Welcome back to Fundamental Fridays, a series where I demonstrate my fundamentals that I have available, maybe what I do to warm up. This is the fourth video in this series. And again, I'm going to just continue through this idea of demonstrating how I warm up each day to get myself feeling as best I can, or to feel great, hopefully, every day. And so this next one is we're continuing harmonic series work. You could either treat this as that kind of a glissy harmonic series, or if you want to be more meticulous, you can kind of do it. You'll know what I mean in just a sec. Anyway, it's going to be always the same format. I do a free buzz, mouthpiece buzz, and play, just to get that feedback loop system. All right, here we go. Free buzz. Next note. Then I back it up, demonstrate the same thing on my mouthpiece. All right, here we go. And then I go to the horn. Now again, I tend to treat this more as a gliss, but you could also try to map out every note of the harmonic series. But I'm going to demonstrate a gliss, as well as, because I'm kind of warming up and as a professional, I want to make sure I have an extended range. I tend, when I go to the horn, to go all the way up to high F. Sometimes I test myself a little higher. Let's see. Go higher. That was high F. And again, I wasn't happy with my very first one, but you get to see the warts and all. The point is, I'm feeling the same shape. This is, I think, the important part of why I do this process is I have found that if you have the right shape and it's balanced, no matter where you're on the horn, there's a fundamental shape. I'm very fond of using this analogy where I think of the embouchure as a balanced equation with a variety of variables. And so if you're going higher or lower, some part of the equation has to change, so something has to compromise. But you could think of the equal sign as the shape, the balanced shape. And that's kind of what I'm doing. At least that's my approach. That's why I do what I do right now in my warm-up. Again, I know other teachers probably have different analogies, different concepts, different routines, but this is what I've stumbled upon. This is my process. You do not rise to an occasion, you fall to the level of your system. This is the system that I trust on a daily basis to get me feeling great. This is why I do it. And I do want to share this ideas with other people because I really would like the greater horn playing world to understand that although the horn has a reputation of being very challenging, which it is, I think if you peel away the mystery, you're able to realize that it's not as hard as we think. It does take discipline, it takes grit, it takes consistency, it takes a willingness to explore and keep coming back to it, and there will be failure. You got to learn from your mistakes. But anyway, that's the whole point of this series, is to both give you some ideas of things you might try on your own, but also explain why I do what I do so you have that understanding. All right, see you in the next video.